Hi, welcome to Three Questions With. I got my buddy Laurence with us. Hey, Laurence, welcome to the show.
Hi, all, and hi, Kevin. How you doing?
So, living the dream, bro. Why don't we start at the beginning? Tell us about your company. What's the name of it? What do you do?
Company's called Energy LB Resources, and what we do is design and deploy power and resource optimization technologies in the energy efficiency space for commercial and industrial facilities. What that means is we go into large facilities, large buildings, manufacturing settings, et cetera. We'll talk about that and help them improve their energy profile. Look, put their consumption patterns under a microscope, baseline it, see where the things can be improved, and then help them improve them.
Which is really essential right now, just where everyone's trying to control costs, Laurence. You know, you're looking at saying, okay, how do I get this cheaper? Because a lot of times we just don't know. Hey, we're running this machine when, nothing's happening with it. How do we have someone come in and take that, that neutral look at it? Because well, we've always done that, and this is why we did this. So that neutral look sometimes makes a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, cutting costs obviously is not a novel idea. That's been since the first business. There's been business cost cutting, but energy is something that's both old and new. I mean, energy in the sense that we look at it is where, if I ask a facility manager or a COO or a CFO, where's your money going? Where's your energy being wasted? Where's it being utilized well? People, you don't know. People doing it because you get your bill and it gets paid. And, obviously the person who's dealing with the machinery might have insight into what's running well and what's operating efficiently and what's not. But in terms of the plant and the operations and the distribution of the electricity, of the water, of the steam, people don't know. And so we find that out and then act accordingly.
No, because I've worked in companies where you see the energy increase. Okay, everyone shut up your laptop or your computer when you go home. Like, okay, there you go. That's a big savings, but you just don't know what to do and stuff. So you're hesitant, or, hey, you know what? We're going to install a new, AC unit in there, new heating, to look at, well, what are the energy efficiency and how should we be doing this? Where, hey, people aren't always here. Is there a way to have this turn on and turn off? Or, hey, we need it to be cooler in this part of the building. Because we're talking about it today where, okay, this part of the building is getting sun all day. Maybe we need to do something different there because, those
daylight harvesting and smart lighting controls is part of more and more ubiquitous. Yeah.
It is really interesting and stuff. So you can go in and kind of help people walk through the process, especially if they're looking, hey, maybe they're going to go lease some additional space. Can you help them before they set up, going, here's things to think about?
Not only can we help them, but we urge them to do that investigative process. I mean, that's where we come in with, some of the initial engineering is, and this is an important point. While buying and upgrading equipment can be part of an integrated solution set, what we are in our specialty is not product reps. I'm not trying to sell you a new motor or a new HVAC system or whatever. We want to deploy technologies that will take your existing, you have to run your plant. So it's going to take your existing equipment and your existing operations, but allow them to run more efficiently, allow them to do the same work they're doing or must do for a lot less demand or for a lot less overall consumption, or allow things to not wear and tear, not degrade as much in terms of wear and tear as much. And so that, all those things, there's bottom line savings, and there's long-term savings as well.
Well, that was something I didn't think about until you just said it. If it's going to run more efficiently, it's not going to get the wear and tear.
That's a huge part of it.
Having to replace the belts and the machine's down again.
That's a huge part of
it. Production, now I'm behind because, Laurence needed these parts and I couldn't produce them.
Right.
Never even thought about that. That's a real big piece.
That's a huge piece of the puzzle. And, today, I mean, I'll give a couple of examples if we have time. In the electric power world, I mean, sure, you always want to run things less if you can, and that's an element. But people don't realize how much the electricity flowing through a network is being distorted in all kinds of different ways. Where I'm not going to get into the technical weeds right here and now, but it gets distorted, and that heat loss, right? Every engineer's nightmare, the bane of our existence, is heat loss in terms of operational equipment running. You can rectify a lot of that, not all of it, but you can rectify a lot of that. But the question is how, and where is it being distorted, and what types of distortion? That's what we can help companies find out. Another example is, people look at water systems or air conditioning systems or electric systems as all separate in their own silos, but they're not. I mean, if we can improve the water quality in a hydronic system where you have cooling towers and all of a sudden the pumps don't have to work as hard because things aren't getting clogged up or there's not as much corrosion. The thermal heat transfer in high quality water is better. So the pumps, and that's another way in which pumps and components have to work less. So you're going to reduce your electric bill by cleaning up your water. So things interact, systems interact both financially and technically, and that's what we try to map out, present to our customers and say, all right, here's a bunch of solution options.
So Laurence, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
Our website is energylb.com, 603-275-7238 is the primary business number. And you can always reach out. But the easiest way to remember, I mean, you can reach out to me at Laurence B at energylb.com, but contact at energylb.com, and that'll get to one of us.
Awesome. Laurence, appreciate you taking a couple minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you, Kevin. These interviews are great. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.